Welcome to Great Guitarist of the Rock Era. From East London punk bars to headlining stadiums with one of the biggest rock bands of all time. This is the story, Phil Collen, the electrifying lead guitarist behind Def Leppard's Sonic Evolution and a master of melodic shred. Stay tuned as we dive into his wild ride from club gigs to global superstardom. Philip Kenneth Collen was born on December 8, 1957 in Hackney, London. Inspired by legends like Jimi Hendrix, Ritchie Blackmore, and David Bowie. Phil picked up the guitar at age 16 and never looked back. Self-taught, he honed his skills through raw passion and relentless practice. Before joining Def Leppard, Phil cut his teeth with bands like Lucy, Tush, and Dumb Blondes. But it was with the band Girl, featuring future LA Guns frontman Phil Lewis, that he got noticed. Phil recorded 2 albums with Girl, Sheer Greed in 1980 with key track Hollywood Tease, and 1982's Wasted Youth with the key track Through the Twilight. In an interview, Collen revealed that he was approached by Steve Harris to join Iron Maiden, replacing guitarist Dennis Stratton. In 1982, Def Leppard were in a bind, and producer Mutt Lange brought Collen in to record some solos after guitarist Pete Willis was fired during the recording of Pyromania. Enter Phil Collen, a technical wizard with sizzling tone and endless energy. He ended up recording several solos and has been in the band ever since. Pyromania was released in 1983, and the band exploded, selling over 10 million copies in the US alone. Key tracks: Photograph, Collen, and Rock of Ages. My personal favorite from Pyromania, Too Late. Tragedy struck when drummer Rick Allen lost his arm, but Def Leppard persevered. Phil and fellow guitarist Steve Clark crafted dazzling guitar harmonies for the band's next album, 1987's Hysteria. Phil's precision and melodic sense helped define the sound of 80s arena rock. Hysteria went on to sell over 20 million copies. Key tracks: Animal, Woman, and the mega hit Pour Some Sugar on Me. My favorite off there is Run Riot. After the tragic death of Steve Clark in 1991, Phil not only became the band's lead guitarist, he became its emotional anchor. The band released Adrenalize in 1992. Several of the tracks were co-written with Clark before he passed. Key tracks: Let's Get Rocked and Tear It Down. The band continued on with Vivian Campbell replacing Clark for the Adrenalize tour and subsequent albums. Def Leppard released Retroactive in 1993, which consisted of outtakes and re-recordings and B-sides from the previous recording sessions. The album Slang was released in 1996. 2 tracks: Slang and All I Want Is Everything. The darker, more alternative sound emerged. Phil experimented with drop tunings and introspective tones. Def Leppard released Euphoria in 1999 with key tracks Kings of Oblivion and Paper Sun. The album X was released in 2002 with the band leaning more into pop. Best tracks: 4-Letter Word and Now. They released the covers album Yeah in 2006. Top tracks: Rock On and The Faces' Stay With Me with Phil on lead vocals. Songs from the Sparkle Lounge was released in 2008 and was more rockin'. Key tracks: Go and Come On, Come On. Collen has been involved in several side projects over his career, most notably the band Man Rays, formed as a joint collaboration with former Girl bandmate Simon Laffey as bassist and drummer Paul Cook from the Sex Pistols. They released For Real in 2008 with the tracks Turn It Up and Skin Crawl. Man Rays released Punk Funk Roots Rock in 2011, and Def Leppard released the live album Mirrorball. After another live album, Viva Hysteria in 2013, Leppard released their self-titled album with the key tracks Man Enough and Sea of Love. Phil Collen kept evolving, staying fit, sober, and shredding harder than ever. He formed Delta Deep, blending blues, soul, and rock. They released their self-titled debut in 2018. After touring with Delta Deep in 2018, including as part of Joe Satriani's G3 tour, Def Leppard released the surprisingly good Diamond Star Halos in 2022. Key tracks: Pick and Take What You Want. Phil Collen's legacy is not about flash, it's about fire, finesse, and consistency. His playing remains sharp, soulful, and always tasteful, using metal chops with blues phrasing, and yes, he's still rocking shirtless at 66 like a legend. Def Leppard are out on tour in 2025. Whether it's chart-topping hits, guitar wizardry, or defying age, Phil Collen is truly one of great guitarists of the rock era. Drop a comment with your favorite Collen solo, and don't forget to like, subscribe for more guitar legends. And as always, keep rocking.